I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 258 of the Strap Season podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And you know the drill by now, guys. Usual housekeeping message. Please head over to our Instagram page or our Twitter page. That's Strap Season Pod or Strap Season Podcast. Link in the bio on both of those pages there, and I'll take it to where we're situated that streaming wise. So if audio is your thing, we've got the usual links there, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your audio podcasts. And if you like the visuals, YouTube link is also there. Make sure you do that for us, guys. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Flowz, hope you're good.
Yeah, man. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Hot off a, I guess, milder weekend of boxing from what we've been seeing for the last couple of weeks. The couple headline makers. Ladies first, as we like to do sometimes. I think it's worth that we start with the quote, Claressa Shields, who I think successfully defended her undisputed women's heavyweight sort of crown. You know, she's got all the belts in that division. Against Lani Daniels. Now, Flowz, we said last week, I think, I mentioned how I said this fight was already won from before a punch was thrown, to be honest, because Garcia was taking the piss out of this Lani Daniels chick. So I didn't expect to see her offer much resistance. And to be honest, Flowz, she didn't. That chick didn't come to fight, man. She didn't come to fight at all, really. She was, obviously, we've seen a lot in the boxing industry recently about all these like Tom and Jerry type fights and, fighters who sort of be on their bike, negative, not looking to engage. I saw comments saying, this Lani Daniels must have seen Devin Haney's last fight and said to herself, let me try and beat it. Because, yeah, she was not looking to really engage with Claressa at all, to be honest, for the duration of the fight, bro.
Weird. She was so weird. She kept changing. Portions, she'd get stuck in and have a tear up. Then other portions, she'd be on her bike. It was a weird, strange fight. Portions were entertaining. Portions were dead.
Yeah. I think one of the ones where, bro, she seemed just happy to survive. I can't lie. At the end, she seemed happy to survive.
Yeah.
And that's just not a good thing you want to. That's not a good sign. I feel like when you're just happy to have survived, man. But I mean, can you blame her? In the sense that there was no way she could win it. If she stood and traded, she would lose. She would have lost. She can't outbox Claressa. There's not much she can do really, apart from just maybe frustrating Claressa, maybe. But there's nothing she could have done. Outmatched from the get-go, to be honest. And it was more on Claressa just trying to cut off the ring. And Claressa was able to cut off the ring in portions and land some big shots. I guess credit to Daniel, she took him well. But yeah, ultimately, it was a one-sided beatdown, one-sided affair, bro. Claressa won every single round, to be honest. And yeah, easy night's work for her, really. What I liked about the of course, I noticed that Claressa, she said she came into the ring, right? She walked her entrance. She's walked out by Rick Ross. But she had all 17 of her belts, of her world titles on show, on display, which is just insane. Again, with Claressa, obviously a lot of forget this fight, a lot of the build-up has been centered around her little beef with Layla Ali. Flowz, I want to ask you, is this something that you're here for? Are you trying to see this Layla Ali versus Claressa Shields fight? Or do you think that it's not something that should be entertained? Layla Ali's, 47 or so? She hasn't fought for years. What's the point?
Problem with Claressa right now is it's not her fault. It's that she's just better than everyone.
Yeah.
So much better than everyone. Like, even with that fight, I feel like she was trying to make it entertaining by chilling on the ropes in portions and inviting Lani to try and hit her.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's a fighter who's so much better than everyone else, and because she's not a knockout artist as well, you start having to look elsewhere for challenges or entertainment almost. And I tell you what, Layla Ali, it might just be that. It might just be that. Like, look, for me, even forget the in-ring stuff. Forget the. I'm invested in the beef, the back and forth.
I know you are. I know you.
Because Layla Ali is a great talker.
She is. Yeah.
She kills me. Claressa Shields, undisputed in talking already. So already that's a great matchup. I'm invested in the press conference. Just set up the press conference for me. I'm locked in because that's going to be top 3 press conferences of all time. I'll say that right now. Top 3 press conferences because they'll go back and forth. So,
Oh yeah.
Carissa's completed boxing, so she's free to do whatever she wants. I don't care, and I'll welcome this personally. I don't know what your thoughts.
Look, of course it's going to be entertaining. We know women in boxing are quick to, get to it when it comes to the trash talk, and they don't hold back. But bro, this fight it's a nothing fight, man. Come on, man. Like, I have to keep the same energy because when it's the men, I don't like it. When it's some old timer trying to come back to fight. Like, bro, Layla Ali is 47 years old. She has not fought since 2007. Like, brother, what are we doing here, man? I get it. And unfortunately, you're right. Clarissa is a victim of her own success. The only reason this has happened is because there legit is no one out there for her to fight anymore. As you said, she's completed boxing. We cannot name a woman alive, in my opinion, that's active in boxing that is going to beat Claressa Shields. I don't think no one beats her. Our last hope was Sav. And as you felt, you said she treated Sav. So, brother, there's no one out there that's going to beat her. No one. She's beaten everyone. And she hasn't really been tested, to be honest. Maybe Sav gave her the biggest test. But in general, yeah, man, she smokes everyone. So that's the only reason why I think we're seeing her lean into this as well, because she herself knows that, one, there's no competition out there for me. And two, her and Layla, but it's not a new thing, by the way. They've had words many times before. For years, they've been going at it. So the fact that I think now that there genuinely does seem to be a bit of interest, it's bubbling up, and maybe obviously for some of these old-time exhibition fights, or these special rules fights, like a Jake Paul, Matt Tyson, for example, the bag is big. So maybe she's thinking this is a good route to the bag. Fair enough. But it's not going to be competitive, in my opinion. I don't think Layla Ali stands a chance against Claressa Shields. Whether it's prime Layla Ali or this current version of Layla Ali, I don't think she had a chance of beating Claressa Shields. No offense to Layla Ali, but obviously back then women's boxing wasn't like, I think the levels weren't the same compared to back then, and she didn't really have the same competition to draw from compared to what Claressa Shields has gone through and how she's operated her career. So yeah, to me, Flowz, this isn't a fight that should be entertained. I'll be so real. But unfortunately, it's going to be, because one, Claressa is bored and has no one else to fight. And two, I guess, the interest in Layla Ali being a women's boxing legend, knockout artist as well, against a master boxer that is Claressa. People are going to buy into that, I guess. And
undefeated.
They want to see undefeated as well. So they're trying to see something. But yeah, Flowz, to me, this doesn't interest me at all. Yeah. The press conferences will be very, very entertaining, though. I can't deny that. I love entertaining press conference, as you know. So, yeah.
Probably looked. Even look, I'm entertained off the interviews already. just them talking. So,
Layla is killing me, by the way, because she's really like she's still got it, smoky as hell. Like, bro, she's talking like as if she hasn't missed a step.
Yep. Like she maybe slightly dropped off.
And I think this is crazy. You're 47. You haven't fought since 2007. What do you mean? Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, she's talking smoky. As she should. But yeah, look, problem is now. I'm all for them to get the bag. That's one thing aside. If there's a bag there, go get it.
Always.
And honestly, we talk about men's boxing. We talk about the danger of old timers coming back. I don't think there's too much danger here for Layla Ali in that sense. I don't think
because women don't tend to crack as hard as men, right? In that
yeah. And
Claressa's not a knockout artist. Yeah.
She's not a knockout artist. I think Layla's slightly bigger as well. So yeah. There's not too much danger in that sense. I don't think anyone's in danger of getting seriously hurt. Pure entertainment. But then if you look at the other avenues for Claressa Shields for entertainment, She's already dabbled in MMA.
Yep.
She's the only other thing for her is just to start fighting the men. And I don't.
Yeah, I was literally going to say that. I said she's going to start
That's
fighting men.
that's
Yeah.
that's the only other option because she's legit competing in women's boxing. She either has to kill herself to make a lower weight, or she has to jump in with the men.
Oh, hold that. Men versus women. Well, nah. Hey, is the world ready for that avenue?
I don't think we should see it. I think the only way possible for it to happen is if she jumps into the influencer YouTube boxing thing and watches some YouTubers. She can do that. Or if she wants to take on serious pros, she's gonna have to fight people way below her weight. You can't be the same weight class because she's she's cracking
Flowz,
women.
I was about to quote that unk that was on the Joe Budden podcast about domestic violence.
Let me pose you a question.
Well.
Nah, let's
better. No, that guy was Go on.
yeah, we can't do that, especially off the backlash of the Olympics where they were screaming and shouting. So let's not go down that route. But she's legit competing boxing, so free to do what you want. And with her, she's not in danger of really hurting anyone seriously. I don't think anyone's life's in danger in that sense. So yeah.
Speaking of Olympics, where's he man at, man? We see Miss Khalifa in the game, man. I think she turned pro, no?
I don't know what's happening with that one, but yeah.
But yeah, look, back to Claressa. She 100% has competed boxing a couple of times, by the way, not just one. Many times she's competed boxing. So yeah, these conversations happen when there's no competition for you, basically. And yeah, the next step is fighting men, to be honest, and we're not going to see that. So I guess Layla Ali, because we'll rather see her fight Layla Ali than fight a guy, to be honest. At the end of the day, I'll take that. But if not, it's a retirement kind of thing. And I don't think Claressa Shields even reached 30. Is she 29, 30? She's still young. She's still very, very young. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, really and truly, I need one of these girls to step up, man. We need to find someone that can at least challenge Claressa, because at the moment it's looking peak. At the moment, bro, it's looking peak. And she's not going to kill herself to make weight. So either Miss Taylor or Miss Baumgartner put on hella size or something, or do something. But yeah, it's peak. It's peak. There's no one there. So I need someone to step up, man. Step up to the plate. But bigger up regardless, man. That is the quote. We will always give respect to the quote. Yeah. And she mentioned that it was her last fight with Salita Promotions. So she's now officially a free agent, I believe. It was killing me, actually. I think in her post-fight, she was also giving thanks to... She made sure to give a shout out to Papoose. Apparently, he was involved with setting up the whole thing as well, apparently. So I don't know what his role is, but she was quick to shout out Pap. Shout out to Papoose, man. Oh, that was too funny, man. But cool, yeah. Shout out to the GOAT, man. Let's move on to the men Flowz. Pause. But there's been some good results that we saw as well. Xander Zayas Flowz. We didn't actually mention him last week. I actually completely forgot that this fight was happening. But 154-pound division, Flowz has a new champion. And I think he's officially the youngest champion in boxing as well. We can't forget that Xander Zayas is 22 years old. He's been on a prospect list for about 3-4 years now, I feel like, because obviously he started from a team. We sort of picked him out as someone that's good and has a lot of potential. So it's easy to forget that he is only 22 years old, bro. He won his fight against I think the opponent was called Garcia. Yeah. And this was for the vacant I think WBO belt, Tim Tszю's old belt. So yeah, he was able to, and it was quite an entertaining fight, Flowz. But he was able to box his way to victory against Jorge Garcia Perez to win that WBO light middleweight division belt. And so yeah, I want to big up Xander Zayas, man. another graduate, which obviously we'll discuss later on in the year when we have our yearly roundup. But that 154 division now, Flows, it's pretty hot, man. It's pretty hot. It's active. Obviously, we saw Boots moved up. Virgil's been established there now as well. Fundora won the other day. Um, you know, well, don't know what's gonna happen with Bud, but technically he's still there. The other day we're seeing old timers like Furman and Charlo get into it as well. You got Bakram as well, who's the other champion. Yeah, man, very very hot division. Where do you think of Zayas' place in that division at the moment, Flows? Because he was quick to say, he wants to unify. He called out Bakram, called out Fundora. He said, "Let's get it popping." Yeah, what are your thoughts, Flows?
It's techie because he's there now. He's right in the mix. There's no more easy touch.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, we used the Brazilian he fought, which was a good win for him. That's his best win.
Was it Teixeira? Teixeira, yeah.
Teixeira?
He's good, Teixeira, yeah.
I'll say that's his best win, and
Yeah.
he beat him a while ago. So he's fought at a decent level.
Yeah.
Most of his other opponents, I'm not too familiar with this Garcia guy.
Yeah, sorry.
He was he's Mexican, so I was a bit weary, but yeah, Xander done his thing.
Yeah,
So
just boxing.
Xander's at the level now. Or whether he's at the level or not remains to see. But he's a champion, so there's no going back.
Yeah, I was going to say, Flo, I watched Xander, and you can still tell to me, can still tell he's 22. He's still raw. I think there's still a lot of things he can improve upon, and still things that he can add to his game. But he's worked himself up. Obviously, he started early in boxing. Top Rank have been very careful with him in the matchmaking, I think, and they've got him to a title. So shout out to Top Rank and good movement of him. But as you said, now look, this division is full of killers. If we're keeping it a buck, bro, even the non-champions are killers. So I think it might be a tough trial of fire for him, Flows. But let's see if he can, as you like to always say, the cream rises to the top, right? So let's see if he can jump up and get it and put himself out there. But I still think he's raw. And if I'm looking at the champions Flows, I'll probably say he's probably the weakest of the champions. That's no knock to him. I think maybe those other guys are just a bit more established. Him versus Fundora will be a very entertaining fight, in my opinion. To be fair, Bakram is still a bit of an unknown quantity because we only saw him against Zoo, but he did look very, very good against Zoo. Like he dealt with Zoo nicely. He looked very good, very impressive. So I'm intrigued to see more of Bakram, to be honest, because we haven't seen him out since Zoo. Apparently he's having issues getting opponents, according to Zayas, and he was like, "Look, I'm here now, so let's unify straight away." But I do appreciate the young kid's confidence. He has every right to be confident, bro. And I look forward to see how he goes. But they're sharks, man. Virgil's there. Boots is there. They're sharks.
Yeah. It's annoying because that division is also full of food. It's also, but once you're a champion, you can't start cherry picking food. You've got to find the killers.
Yeah,
There's
some
very washed up guys there that I would have thought maybe you can pick them off before he grabs a belt. But yeah, and even those guys are going to be looking to him and thinking, he might be easy pickings.
Easy pickings, for a belt. Yeah, I agree.
The people look at him as an easy lick. They can grab a belt.
Bro, even Tim Zhu might be thinking, you know what? That's my route to a belt. Let me quick. Tim Zhu might be thinking, you know what? Yeah, let me quickly grab this. But yeah, happy for Xander, anyways, man. And he's a proud Puerto Rican champion. So shout out to him. Also on the undercard as well, Flows. Shushu Carrington was fighting as well. This was for the vacant WBC interim featherweight title, up against an undefeated fighter from Namibia called Mateus Hayter. Good fight, to be honest, Flows. Good fight, good scrap. Carrington was able to get the UD, which I think he deserved, but it was a competitive fight in portions. Carrington was trying to show off his defense, a bit of shoulder roll in play sometimes and whatnot. Sometimes it worked, sometimes he got caught. But he was able to sort of weather a bit of an early storm to try and, pull away towards the middle portions and later portions of the fight, I thought, Flows. But good performance from Carrington. And in Carrington's usually quite entertaining with his call outs afterwards. There was one of the champions in the crowd, Espinoza, who I'll probably say is probably the scariest at that division. I don't know if you've seen Espinoza fight Flowz, but he's that 6'1", he's 6'1", fighting as a featherweight. So all kinds of matchup problems for that division. But yeah, he was in the crowd, and Carrington was quick to point him out and say, yeah, I want you next, kind of thing. So that was funny to me because a lot of the comments Flowz were saying, Bruce, you ain't ready. you ain't ready yet. But hey, who are we to deny these young fighters, Flowz? They're gonna be confident, winning in front of the home crowds and whatnot. Well, of course, he's gonna want to call these guys out. But I do like Bruce, man. I definitely think he's a character, bro. And happy for him to win. And just to remind listeners of the other champions in that weight class, you've got Espinoza, you've got Fulton, you've got Angelo Leo, and you've got Nick Ball. So it's quite a hot division, to be honest, bro. Quite a hot division.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I think those were the main talking points, I guess, from the weekend, Flowz. In terms of fights, that top rank card. Sorry?
You talk about Tony Harris's return after how long?
Oh yeah. I didn't catch this fight, Flowz. I don't know if you did, but
yeah. Well,
yeah.
he won.
Yeah,
he won. Boxed well. Got dropped to the 9th as per Tony.
Yeah, Tony's chilly. Let's be real.
Yeah, always winning for himself, but went on to win. Tony's back. Where's he at? 154.
No, so this fight was his debut at middleweight.
Wait, okay,
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna do anything really. But it's always good to see Tony back.
Always.
And there's one fight I always want to see Tony involved in.
What, Charlo, the third?
That's it. Look, I doubt it's going to happen, but again, this is purely for press conference.
Yeah. I'm just thinking now, middleweight Flowz, who the champions again, because again, we don't talk about middleweights often because we think it's a very dry division right now. Adamez, Lara, and Janibek, they're the champions. Yeah. Not much action going on right now. Yeah, bro. Yes, Lara's still. Yes, bro. Lara's still.
What was the last time you fought Lara?
He fought last year, no?
Was it last year?
I swear Lara fought last year. Yeah, September last year. Danny Garcia. Stop. Retired him.
Oh, yeah.
He stopped Danny Garcia. Yeah.
11 months ago.
Middleweight has been pretty dry, man, for a while. Which is a shame. Because it's a historic division. These days, all I see is Janet Beck and Adamez going back and forth on Twitter, which kills me because they both can't speak English. So their proxies beefing each other for them on Twitter, which is very, very funny. But yeah, man, not much is going on in that division. Lara's just chilling there. No one's fought to grab the belt from him. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be honest, I don't know if Superbad's gonna pull up any waves in that division, bro. But I'm always happy to see him fight, and if he wants to get in the mix with these guys, go for it, I guess. But yeah, Superbad, I think, is going to be coming towards the end of his career. To knock down the 9th, was it a heavy one?
He got up straight away.
Okay.
But got caught clean knocked down.
Yeah.
Loss of focus as per. Got up and done okay, but yeah. Yeah, dampen on the performance, if you ask me.
First. Cool. Next week, Flowz, I think as we discussed, there isn't really much going on. The only fight I can see really going down is you've got so Kenneth Smith Jr. versus Oscar Duarte Jurado at super lightweight. Actually, what I'm seeing on the co-main event is, from what I can see, apparently Regis is in action.
Oh yeah, he's back
against is it Jojo Diaz?
Yeah.
Is it Jojo? Yeah. So yeah, Regis is back. Completely forgot. Yeah, Regis versus Jojo Diaz, the Battle of the Wash. They don't say Battle of the Wash, but yeah. Yeah, let me see what weight is this at going to be at 140 still? Lightweight, yeah, okay. Wait, lightweight? Huh? That's odd.
Well,
But
it can't be
yeah,
at 135.
no way. What? Regis ain't moving down, is he? I'm not
Nah.
sure. I'm not sure where he is, but yeah, Regis is fighting. We last saw Regis against Catterall last year. Catterall, great performance. Deservedly beat him quite comfortably, to be honest. Yeah, no telling what shape Regis is going to be in, but he's currently trying to. He's on a two fight losing streak, obviously, because before Catterall, he lost to Haney, didn't he? So yeah, we'll see how Regis does, but I think Regis at 36 is coming towards the end of his career. But yeah, Regis versus Jojo Diaz. I haven't seen Jojo fight in ages, to be honest. I don't know what he's like these days, but probably say Regis might take that. But yeah, that's all we've got really for this upcoming week, Flowz. Not much. Bit of a chilled week.
Yeah. It just reminded me because we saw the Tartan tornado. Call it a day.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Yes. Saw that. Yep. We did say it on the pod. We said it's time.
Yeah.
We said
We
it.
said it had to be.
We
called it before the fight, and we called it. We said if he loses, and once he did lose, we stuck by our stance and said,
yeah. And as we said in this pod, his rise to the top was swift, but the fall was also just as sort of, might even say swifter, right? But there's no takeaway from what he achieved Flowz. Undisputed the hard way, the proper way, went through a lot of world-class opponents to do that, was deservedly became top of his game. I think he's got Commonwealth gold as well. Yeah, man, Josh Taylor in his prime, top fighter, man. Top fighter. And it looks like, I think it's the right decision on his part to call it a day. He did his thing in boxing, he left his mark. He was an undisputed champion at 140 pounds, and not many people can say that. So big ups to him for sure, Flowz. Yeah.
definitely.
And actually, a bit of boxing news as well. I guess we have to mention as well. Rest in peace to Dwight Muhammad Kawi, who died. I think 2 or 3 days ago. Yeah, old school sort of light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and heavyweight as well. Champion in 2 weight classes. Fought in a very, very tough era. The classics with like Michael Spinks and Holyfield and whatnot, and George Foreman. Funny enough, Flowz, yeah, one little nugget of information as well. I always forget that. Dwight Muhammad Kai was 5'6.5", fighting at light heavy, cruiser and heavy, which is insane, by the way. 5'6.5". You'd never see that today. And he held his own. He held his own in that day and age with that height deficiency. So which is mad. But yeah. But cool. Let's leave it there, Flowz. This has been episode 258 of the SZN podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know where to find us on the streaming platforms. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.